Am I live? Oh yes. Hi. Hello. I'm live. Yep. So today, hi, I'm oolimry, and here we have Dragon 512. So she'll be helping commentate.
Dragon.
Yep. Hello. We'll be commentating for this game Celeste, and I'll be running all 8 berries. So we're going to collect all the berries in the game. But before that, I just want to quickly show some of the tech that we use in the run. So if you have played Celeste before and watched Celeste speedrun, you probably don't understand a single thing of what's happening. Because normally when you play Celeste, right, you just jump and you dash and you climb, and that's all you do in normal Celeste. But the devs actually programmed a bunch of other tech in the game, and we use all of this for speedrunning lah. So the first tech is if you dash and jump at the same time, you can do this kind of leap forward. So you get this medium speed leap forward. And another thing is if you jump late, you can get your dash back. So you can use this to gain some height or some distance. If you are crouching while doing this, you get this is called a hyper dash. And so you actually gain a lot of speed this way, although not a lot of height. And similarly, you can extend it like this. So when we get our dash back, we call it an extension lah. And you can also do this from the air. So this is like a wave dash. And you can dash in this wave manner. So you actually cover a lot of distance really fast like this. You can do this against walls as well. So it's like if you dash into a wall and you jump off it, you can do this thing known as a wall bounce. So these are some of the basic tech that you use in speedrunning, which usually itself gets quite a lot lah. But there's also a few others. So first is a corner kick, which you might see occasionally. So what we do in the corner kick is, let me try that again, is if we dash into a corner, you can jump off the corner like this. It's kind of like, at this point you're behind the wall, so you can wall jump. And then, okay, the next is an ultra. So if you dash down right, you can retain your speed. So if you are at high speeds like this, you can dash down right to retain even more speed and slide along the floor. So you can use this to gain a lot of speed. And the last is a corner boost. So what a corner boost is that, let's say if I try to hyper here, right, I get blocked by this wall over here. But because you can climb jump on things, right, you can climb jump past the corner and retain your speed. So you can chain this with other things. For example, I can like this. So I wave dash into a dash and then I corner boost. So I chain my speed like that. And so most of Celeste is just chaining together this tech to move really fast lah. So I'm gonna ultra here and wave dash, hyper. Okay, I missed the ultra there. Never mind. Corner boost here. And yeah,
that's just an example of how this tech can be used. Even though it's not that much of it, you can use it to perform input sequences that are very dense, but they do look very cool to execute.
Yeah, they are pretty disgusting.
They are.
Yeah. Okay, let's begin the run.
Alright. Let's go. Good luck.
So yeah, anyways, this is prologue. We do not dash here yet, because the game hasn't taught us to dash.
Yeah. We don't have a dash yet. You unlock dash at the end of the prologue. Something you'll immediately notice, oolimry is jumping a lot. The reason for that is because these are called bunny hops. And every time you do a jump here, it saves just a couple frames. So it's a small amount of time save, but it loses nothing to go for. So you might as well. And that is prologue. So we're gonna move into 1A in just a second. There we go.
Yeah, chapter 1.
And 1A is the first chapter with berries. So the way berries work, there are 175 of them in the game, and in order to collect them, you have to get to the berry and then get to what is classified as safe ground with the berry, and then you have to stand there for a certain amount of time. So, and what happens if you die with a berry and you haven't collected it, it will go back to where it is. So for that reason, someone has preferred to do safer strats to collect those berries.
Yeah, I hope I don't die with a berry in this one. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I doing?
Dying with a berry is not exactly something you want to be doing. On the subject of, at least it wasn't through a screen transition.
Yeah, that one is fine, because I can just redo the room.
Yeah. But when you're doing a berry and then you collect it through another screen, you can't go back, that's a problem.
Wait, let me collect this first.
Also, something that some of you may have just noticed, oolimry skipped a berry, and that comes down to how this chapter is routed. So there are 20 berries in this chapter. However, it is faster to go ahead and collect some of them in separate sections. So, for an example, that first berry in the second checkpoint, usually you'll see them either skip it and come back for it later, or they will RTM, or return to map even.
Yeah, so I'm gonna collect that one berry I missed later. And also, what I just did there was collect.
Get berry and then return to map.
Yeah.
And it's the same for a couple berries later that you'll see, but that's just something to keep in mind, because Oolimry will need to go back for those berries.
Yeah, also I just collected the heart. So why I collected the heart is because for all-red berries, unlike any percent, where you only need to beat chapter 7, we need to enter chapter 8 for 5 berries. And chapter 8 has a gate which you need 4 hearts to unlock. And so these blue crystal hearts are like optional puzzles you can play to collect the hearts. So I just collected the 1A heart because there happens to be a berry there and it's quite close by.
Yeah, optimal heart routing is something that we've basically figured out by now. I would hope we have after 5 years. But I mean, hey, even after 5 years, new things still get discovered. There was, I believe, a couple months back, a new route discovered for something later. I don't know if Oolimry does it.
I don't.
We'll see.
I don't. That is disgusting.
Oh. Okay, Oolimry's not that
No, it's really cringe. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. I think this is savable.
Surely. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
fine.
there we go.
Oh, fine. Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
So, well, we have just finished 1A. We're not actually out of it because we need to go back and collect those strawberries that we missed.
Yeah, we have 17 only.
And so, let's go do that. Because we have 17 out of 20. He's gonna get 3. So,
wait, what?
Here.
Okay. And 2 more here. What? Wait, how did I survive that? Wait. Wait,
Okay.
I'm very confused what just happened, but it's fine.
It'll be fine.
I think it's that one tech that doesn't make sense that I don't understand until now. It's like quite lucky, but okay.
I understand basically most of tech in this game, I would say. So yeah. So there are actually a few more complicated pieces of tech that we haven't ran into yet, but I will explain them as they come up. Because there are 2 particular ones that I can think of right now that are very important coming onwards.
It's fine.
So that's just something to look forward to.
Yeah, I tried to go under there, but like I think like I didn't ground it ultra far enough, so I didn't get enough distance.
It might be worth explaining what a grounded ultra is, by the way. So I will do that real quick. A grounded ultra, so it's kind of an extension-ish of a combination of the wave dash tech and the ultra tech that you saw, where what you can do is you can do a wave dash, and then if you can chain it into another one, you'll preserve the speed, and so you'll get the speed boost, which allows you to go farther, basically. And it is quite a useful tech. It allows you to get to places you otherwise wouldn't be able to without one. So, well, just a simple wave dash. And it is generally the fastest way to move in a straight line.
I'm holding a bit too many berries.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Just make sure to collect them.
Yeah, you see, this is what happens if you don't collect berries. Like, if I die there, I would have to go back all the way and collect those berries. It's not fun at all.
Yeah. So, we're now heading into Intervention, which showcases one of the game's unique mechanics. So part of the game's story is that we have this girl called Madeline, who is our player character, and she's been struggling a bit with depression.
Not too many spoilers, Dragon. A little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, basically this is kind of a sort of manifestation of that, and she's called Madeline in the community, and she follows you with a little bit of a delay, so you can't really go back on yourself that many times. We do that anyway, however.
Yeah, I mean, if you time everything nicely, it shouldn't matter. Wait.
Coming up here.
Hold on.
Well, it's not exactly here, but it's in a little bit. Oh, okay. Blackberry, please. Thank you. Yeah. You will see that. We can kind of backtrack on ourselves anyway, because we have enough time to, because Battlein just moves too slow for us. And we are simply faster.
You don't mind if I chime in for a quick donation?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. We got one donation that came in, $69 from Benchbotch. Just saying,
Yo.
not hitting 1K, unlucky. And yes, we are trying to raise money for Games for Love as part of the Winter for Love charity event. Do donate as well. Donations will actually go over to a giveaway that you might win, which is a grand prize of courtesy from Secret Lab, Blizzard, and Corsair. So if you do want to actually win one of those prizes as well, or the grand prize, you could donate as well on the link. Just type in ! donate, and yeah.
Hey, thanks, Bench. So I'm gonna jump. Never mind. Let me try that again. Wait.
Okay, yeah. I want to show this off, I think. This is worth showing off.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on the corner of the spikes there.
So, yeah. So, you may be wondering, what the hell? He just jumped off spikes! Well, not exactly. There is a little bit of a gap there where you can still... So, you've got a corner with spikes, right? So, you've got a corner, spikes on the top, spikes on the side. There is a tiny piece of space where if you land very precisely, you can just jump off that corner with spikes. And it looks very silly, I will say.
Spikes are just a suggestion.
Generally, speedrunners don't tend to go for them because they're really precise, and so the only reason if there's a setup, which in that case there is, and you will see some other tech like that. And a little bit to do with going dangerously close to spikes.
Wait, I messed up the cycle. Yeah, so anyways, this chapter is like a cycle-based chapter. And yeah, you gotta be careful to not go too fast or too slow sometimes. Because sometimes you go too fast, you will die. If you go too slow, you also will die and you like get thrown off your rhythm. So, very difficult chapter.
Yeah, this chapter is very tricky to learn as well, because of the fact that when Madeline dies, she takes a moment to load in. Meaning you have to learn cycles for the entrance of the room, which are entry cycles, and then you have to learn cycles when you die, which are called death cycles. So you have to learn both of those in order to actually fully learn this chapter, which just makes it probably one of the more difficult ones for the speedrun, I would say.
I mean, adding berries to this doesn't make it any better. The berries in this chapter
That is true.
really brutal.
There are some particularly tough berries in this chapter, I would agree with that.
Okay, corner kick there, and beat the cycle.
Yep. Love to see it. Oh yeah, we should briefly explain what those were. That is a wing berry. It's like a regular berry, except whenever you dash, it flies away, basically. So those are used to create kind of tricky dashless puzzles that you may need to do. And they can be interesting to do. Yeah.
Oh, I think I missed the second corner kick, it's fine.
It's fine.
This start is like actually pretty good so far.
Yeah, I will say this is actually really nice pace.
Okay, this key cycle is fine.
Yeah. Alright. Getting into huge mess. So this is probably the most routing heavy segment in any percent at least. Where in order to do this, there are 3 sections you need to complete. There's the top section, books, the middle section, towels, and the bottom section, chests. And so the any percent order is do chests, books, and then towels. However, in ARB, there is a reason why we want to do it in the opposite order. We do towels, books, chests instead. And that's because we want to collect this chapter's blue heart. It's the fastest one to collect for this speedrun. Well, not the fastest, but it is one of the fastest, meaning it is optimal to get for us. And so, what you're supposed to do is figure out that you can just go up that waterfall, and then you backtrack through a couple of these rooms. But something that makes this order particularly nice, and I'll just wait for it to speak for itself. It was that. So if you didn't notice what happened there, we're on the other side now.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit ridiculous. So what happens is, when you enter a room in Celeste, the game has a few places where it will decide you can spawn in these. And so when you enter a room, the game will pick the nearest one, and that'll be where you spawn from. When leaving that room with the heart, it doesn't expect you to jump back up. However, when we do that, we actually have it, so our spawn point is set on the other side. And that allows us to do things like that.
Yeah, it's your classic wrong rock. Speedrun check.
Yeah.
Except like Celeste doesn't actually have that many of them. This is just one of the few.
I've never actually heard it referred to as like a kind of wrong warp-esque trick.
It is a wrong rock trick though.
It kind of is, I guess. You know, the game sets where you spawn to somewhere where you shouldn't be able to go yet.
Really? Wait, you can be too fast on the key. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
This is very sad. Okay, now I need to wait for this key to open again, because I'm supposed to like actually open the key first then collect the berry, but never mind.
Yeah. You're supposed to leave the room later so you can take a little bit later. So
But usually the key doesn't take that long, but I guess key cycles are dumb.
Yeah. Key cycles are basically just how long it takes a door to open based on when you put the key in. It's really stupid. But they are things that can save and lose time in some places.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna skip this berry for now. And hopefully not die to these two berries, because this is probably one of the hardest few berries in the game.
These berries are brutal.
Oh, okay.
Very nice. So we go ahead and get this berry this way. There's supposed to be a key in the room that we just left. We do this instead.
Oh my god.
So, we just went through spikes again. What happened there is, we did what is called a demo dash. And also, oolimry is doing it again.
And dying afterwards.
And dying. Which is cool, because it at least shows off the trick while I explain it. Okay, so, and what oolimry did is called a demo dash. When you are crouched, you have a hitbox that is 4 pixels tall. Now, the little things that are moving around it on cycles and such that you see in big masses, these are called dust bunnies. And between their hitboxes, there is a 4 pixel gap. So, what someone called Demo Jameson figured out, I believe, is that you can do a dash crouched, and it'll make your hitbox 4 pixels big, which is the size that you need to go through the 4 pixels gap in the dust bunnies.
Yeah. It is pixel perfect, but it's actually like not that strict on the timing, because you have 8 frames, which is like 0.15-ish seconds to do it. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah. So generally, humans don't go for them that often. You'll usually see them in things like TASes, where they are used a lot. But yeah, for that reason, because of the fact that they are pixel perfect, humans typically don't go for them unless they have a setup.
Yeah. Also a cool fact, like this was used to be a glitch. And then the devs were like, okay wait, actually this is pretty cool. So in a future update they added one entire button just for you to dash like that. It's actually really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, in the 1.4 update, the devs just decided to add a button that allowed you to do that on command instead of needing to do what was needed for it before, which is very nice.
And you can do like diagonal.
Shout out to the devs of this game.
Yeah, shout out to the devs for loving speedrunners.
Yeah.
Also, you can like diagonal demo, which used to be like really difficult. So like it actually helps with a lot of things like corner kicking.
Yeah, demo dashes are very useful, and they're used in a variety of situations. not just for going through spikes.
Wait. Okay, yes, that works. I was a bit confused. Oh yeah, these are seeded berries, so you must collect all the seeds without like touching the ground. But actually, it's not really don't touch the ground. It's just don't touch the ground for too long.
Without touching the ground, he says, as he proceeds to touch the ground 3 times.
Yeah, so just don't touch the ground for too long and don't jump off the ground, and you'll be fine.
You can't jump off the ground, however, you can slide off of it if you do that within enough time.
Yeah, you just slide off the ground.
We're allowed to exploit, to say the least.
Yeah, okay, basically it's when the devs are kind to you, you exploit your kindness. That's Celeste speedrunning in a nutshell.
Yeah. Celeste has a few leniency mechanics that speedrunners can just abuse. And that is something you love to see.
Yep.
That we can just abuse these mechanics.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, I want to point out, like this is where we see the auto scroller blocks. So normally we need to guide these blocks like really slowly, but as speedrunners, we don't like how slow these blocks move. So like often we try to wave dash off them to get more speed lah. Good thing is these blocks, like every moving block in Celeste, give you extra momentum. So you can usually use them to gain some extra momentum.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't really like auto scrollers. We tend to skip them by either leaving them faster or we can just skip them entirely. Which is something you'll see in a couple places.
So we're gonna like skip this here and backtrack like this.
Yeah. You're supposed to go up and then take the block to the left. Instead, you can just grab the berry and then go off to the right with a nice timed corner kick.
There's like even another dumbbell shred that you. Okay, never mind, Dragon. You talk about the most important thing.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna talk about the room coming up. So one of the blue hearts that we're going to need to enter chapter 8 is in this room here. Now, we do this skip for it, which is very much not intended. What's supposed to happen there is a block in that room that you're supposed to hold crouch on for a while, and that is a reference to Super Mario Bros. 3, the original glitch, where you would be able to crouch and it would move you into the background. And so it does exactly that.
Yeah.
And we can just skip that by just doing some well-timed tech. And there's another funny input coming up here.
It's over already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically,
it's already over. But for those who saw it, I'll explain what happened. We did a climb jump under a wall. You can precisely set up your subpixels, so pixels within a pixel, like more.
Dragon, can we not go there, please? Yeah. Okay. Basically, I just jumped underneath a wall to gain some distance. Like, you're supposed to take the block.
Beneath the wall. You do a setup that's very, very difficult to do, but that one has a setup, so we can do it.
Yeah, like we just skipped a giant room where we're supposed to guide this block through the entire room. Because, I mean, it's going to take like 10 seconds to move and we just don't want to do that. The whole thing saves like over 5 seconds intended, which is like a lot. And we're going to see one like in, I think 2 rooms from now.
Yeah, we're going to see another wacky skip that's coming up. I believe you do this one with pause buffering?
Yep.
Yeah. People can do this one without pause buffering, but it's very tight.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna pause for a while until this frame, then I'll ultra here, then I'll jump for 1 frame, 2 frame, and I'll corner boost here. So like, if you do it that way, right, it will work every single time, provided you pause correctly. It's quite insane.
Yeah. And then there are people who can do that without the pausing, and it's a ridiculously tight trick. Very small frame windows.
It's like, wait, what? How did I miss that?
Yeah. It is definitely one of the more infamous tricks throughout the community. You'll hear it referred to as second blockless. Because it's like the second kind of weird auto-scroller skip in the level.
Yeah, the first is like the one...
off I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, wait. I'm trolling like really hard, but fine. It's fine.
It's fine. I still believe this is the hardest berry in the game.
It is one of the harder ones. Wait, I think I'm... Wait, okay, there we go.
Oh my god, good save.
I don't know why I didn't hold right there. Yeah, anyways, as you might have realized, like, this chapter has wind, but, like, usually the wind isn't so strong, and now it's, like, really strong.
Oh, true, we never explained wind.
Yes, also there is this thing called snowballs, which are hazards, but, like, we can bounce off them. So, yeah, in the next room, I'm going to try a trick where I'm going to use the snowball to skip a bunch of the room. Ah, it's okay, I missed the snowball. Like, if you bob the snowball, you can, like, bounce off it and get to the ledge, like, really fast.
Yeah, it's a very difficult trick to do.
Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, but this one is easier. But I also missed the snowball.
These snowballs are a nuisance. In speedrunning, they're still a nuisance, but we can exploit them in order to get through rooms faster.
Yeah, I just missed every snowball in this one, except like the room 3 one. Oops.
Yeah. Alright. And that is Golden Ridge.
Wait, I need to stretch a bit. I hope that's all the berries. I hope, yeah. Sometimes, like, there was once I did a speedrun, and then I completed this chapter, and then I had 28 berries, and I don't know why. I had to rewatch the recording to figure out why I lost one berry.
The paranoia of when you'll lose a berry is real.
I think it's like, I got close to the berry, but I never collected it. Then, like, I just never paid attention that I didn't collect it. It's, like, very annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Collect your berries.
Yeah, mirror temple time.
Yep. Mirror Temple is probably another complex chapter writing-wise, not for any percent, but for this particular category. Because there are 3 particular checkpoints in this chapter that are absolutely loaded with strawberries, which we need to collect. So speedrunners were like, well, what's the fastest order to collect these in?
And they'll try everything.
We eventually settled on this.
This is actually the second fastest order, because the fastest order is like really cringe. You need to exit out of the map.
Yeah. The fastest route requires you going to the next checkpoint to unlock it, and then going backwards, and then quitting out. Which is quite silly. Shout out to Math Hacker who discovered it.
Yeah, I mean, I learned this chapter before like that happened, and I'm too lazy to like relearn that, whatever that, because like half the rooms change.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
That's fair.
But at least if you can tell, like this chapter, the rooms are kind of like a maze. So you need to like route your way through the maze. Like it's supposed to be confusing when you play through, but I mean even when you speedrun, it's somewhat confusing.
Yeah. Generally, this chapter is fairly tricky to route, but eventually you manage to find faster routes for everything.
Really? Okay. Fine. Really? Okay, wait. Yeah, I somehow didn't reverse.
Was reverse tech ever explained? I just realized that.
No, but like it's fine.
Yeah.
Like how often do I even reverse?
To briefly explain what's been going on with this reverse tech, you dash in one direction and then jump in the other. So you can do that for things like hyper dashes, super dashes, and wave dashes. So you can dash to the left and jump to the right, for an example.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna show one here. Like you can do it like this. Cause I need to wait for this door to open anyways.
Yeah, we gotta wait for the door. Why not show off while we're doing that?
Bonk.
Bonk.
Yeah, so we have another. This is like, I think this is the second maze in the whole level. I think there's actually 4, cause depths have 2 mazes.
Indeed 4.
I'm gonna try to slide under. Oh my god, okay, that was close.
Yeah. But we did manage to find routes for them.
I think even what I'm doing now is not the most optimal route also, but like the other route is really hard. Because you need to do a strat that is like really difficult called depth corner boost.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even consistent at.
Yeah, this is the second fastest route for this as well. There is one that's slightly faster, but it only saves about 0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
Faster route, and requires you to hit a 2-frame, which is a window that's about a 30th of a second. So, not very precise. Not very good. Even,
Practical. Not practical. Oh.
Yeah, not very precise. You know, it's 2. It could be worse. Could be 1. But yeah, no, very difficult. And here we come across another seed berry, where we're supposed to not touch the ground, except we actually don't touch the ground this time. What a relief. We do things as intended in the speed run. Oh no, the tragedy.
Oh yeah, I just did another demo there. Like that gap is actually really big, so you can kind of just demo through it.
Yeah. That's another thing that you can do.
I completely forgot there was a demo there because like I
did too, to be honest.
it's like so like brain dead that like you don't actually think about it.
Yeah. There are some things you definitely get to muscle memory over time.
Yeah, one thing I just didn't say, because like it doesn't look like anything, but if you crouch dash into a bubble, you can... Wait, oh my gosh. How did that happen?
Oh, no.
Wait, it's okay.
It's like... Flow.
When I forget my cycles. Yeah, okay, anyways, like, if you crouch dash into a bubble, you can appear out of the bubble like slightly higher. So this is what we call Archie, named after a bird. I don't know why, but yeah. It is used in some places to like gain some extra height that you're not supposed to gain. And I used that just now to dash up into the ledge, which you're not supposed to dash up from there. You're supposed to go some long route to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, normally you're supposed to get a key there and then take it to the right side. However, there is an intended skip where you can go to the right and then there's a bubble that you're supposed to take back to the left. But instead you can dash up, take another one up. And then there's a skip of the intended skip, which was what oolimry managed to do.
Yeah.
With an Archie into that bubble. Also, we have cutscenes. Lots of them.
Yeah. And we're into unraveling. Wait, hold on. So you wanna explain Seekers? They're coming out soon.
Oh boy, here we go. Alright, these guys, they're called Seekers. They're little fish guys that chase after us.
Yeah, and they're really helpful. Like, you see they help us break
they are
locks.
both helpful and a nuisance at the same time. It depends.
And they help us collect keys.
Yeah, they do help us collect these switches that we need to leave the room. However, they can be quite tricky to route around. We can jump off them like that, and it is... They're interesting to route around, to say the least.
Yeah, like,
because
I can...
what they try to do is find you. They have a predetermined path that they can follow, but then if they find you, they'll try to just figure out where you are and charge towards you.
Yeah. Like, a lot of Chapter 5 stuff is manipulating Seeker movement, which is like, you need to move in a very specific way to let the Seeker move in an intended direction. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to talk about 5B, because thankfully I'm not playing 5B here.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like...
When you bop a Seeker, it temporarily just makes
Wait, what am I doing? Wait, does that work? Okay, I just did another demo.
Oh my god, okay. So there's another demo. Yeah. 2 in this chapter.
Yep, I think there's 4 more to go? Yeah, should be 4 more to go.
Yeah.
4 more that I do. There's a number that I do not do.
Yeah. So yeah, when you hit a Seeker, what'll happen is it'll be stunned for a little bit, and it won't be able to do anything. And then afterwards, when it like respawns in a way, I'm not sure what exactly the word is. It'll like have this explosion that you can get a really big boost off of. And I don't think we've actually seen that yet.
Yeah, because we don't use it in this chapter.
Wait, do we not?
I don't think we do.
I swear it was used in this chapter.
No, it's... Wait, am I missing out something? Oh wait, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Never mind. We do use it, but we use it to like gain height, not distance.
Yeah. By the way, what we just did there, what you're supposed to do in that checkpoint is collect 2 keys, and then like unlock something and take a bubble from the right all the way to the left, and then there's an extra key hidden if you want the berry. Instead, we collect 1 key and then just skip the other 2. So that's fun. Who needs the intended anyway when you can just skip it all?
Yeah. Okay, but I'm pretty sure that one is dev intended.
That one is indeed dev intended, yes. It is referred to as search skip because it skips part of a checkpoint called search.
Yeah, okay, anyways, we should talk about Theo. So, anyways,
well,
what you're... Wait, anyways, what you're seeing is this guy called Theo. He's trapped in a crystal. And, basically, like, he's supposed to be, like, really difficult to carry around. But, which is true if you fail the strat. But, for some reason, right, if you slide into Theo and grab Theo, you actually gain a lot of speed that you're not even supposed to be able to gain without Theo. I don't know how the physics in this game works, because it doesn't. Yeah. So,
the reason why is because when you grab Theo, it cancels your dash, which gets
like
you
have
speed
this
for some reason.
big boost here. Yeah, there's a lot of really crazy things you can do with Theo.
Like that. And yeah.
Wait, what?
Tech with Theo is generally quite precise. But it does look very, very cool.
Yep. So I'm gonna try to do that once to beat out the... I'm not kidding, there's an eye at the end of the room and it launches this shockwave, so I need to beat out the cycles of the eye. And it looks like I'm not. This is very annoying.
This room is very, very difficult. Yeah. It's not hard, but it's like to die. Like it's like not easy to die in. You have to try very hard if you want to die in that room. However, it's still a very difficult room, especially trying to do fast because of those shockwaves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So now that we're done with Mirror Temple, it's time to move into Reflection.
Oh boy, this chapter.
With no strawberries, and it also comes with it a little bit of a unique routing decision. So, in order to unlock Core, we need 4 hearts, which has already been mentioned. And oolimry so far has only been collecting blue hearts. And we have 3 of them right now. Throughout this run, we're not going to be collecting any more blue hearts aside from the one at the very end of the core. Because we're going to be collecting a red heart, which is unlocked by completing a chapter's B-side. The devs basically messed up when programming, and so if you complete a chapter's B-side, it manages to unlock the next chapter, which isn't supposed to happen. But it means that instead, we can play the B-side of this chapter instead of the A-side because it is faster. The problem with that is it's a lot riskier and it's faster, but very high risk, high reward.
Yeah, I mean the B-side is like the challenge version of the original level, so like whatever that's really hard is like in the B-side. Yeah. So normally we go left here, but I'm gonna go right and try something. I hope I get it.
Alright, let's see if you hit this.
Let me try this several times.
Oh wait. This trick is really tough. And there we go! We just skipped most of the room because we can just get enough speed for that. And now oolimry's going to quit back out to the map.
Wait, Dragon, by the way, right, I'm just wondering, if you talk like this, right, will you have a desync from my gameplay? Because I'm playing real time in VR. Do you not have a delay? Or not?
I don't know how much delay I have.
Okay, it's okay, let's just continue.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, time for 6B, which is... it's the most difficult, like, difficulty-wise in the run. And you'll see why. Some of these rooms get absolutely brutal.
Yeah. Dragon, you commentate
very
this.
corridors such as these.
I need to focus on this.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. These rooms are quite difficult. Yeah. The reward for completing a B-side is a red heart, which we can use to unlock core, as I've said. And you do actually play another one in any percent. In the chapter we just played, actually, Mirror Temple, you play the B-side of that in any percent as well, because it's faster. But here, due to the fact that there are berries we need to collect, it's not faster in that chapter. But Reflection's the only chapter with no berries, so we don't have to worry about that. We can just play the B-side.
I realize you haven't seen these bumpers yet, like these circular things. They're the most disgusting thing in the planet.
Yeah, they're called bumpers. They are very janky, and they've kind of earned a reputation as a result of that. Basically, you can hold into them, and when you hit them, you'll get a little boost. It's trying to be like kind of in the opposite angle-ish, because it bumps you. It's called a bumper. It will do that. However, also, if you hold in the direction that the bumper is going to boost you, you get what's called a bumper boost, which, even though it's already getting a boost from a bumper, it's a faster boost, and it just allows you to get a little bit more speed.
Yeah. Okay, the annoying thing about... Yeah, okay, the problem is that bumpers wiggle a bit. So like, threads that use bumpers, right, like can go wrong if you're like slightly early or slightly late, because they wiggle around, and it's very annoying.
Yeah. Small cycles like that can be very annoying to control. Yeah. The other unique mechanics of this map, we just saw a feather. Those basically allow you to kind of move around freely for a little bit. By the way, there's just another demo dash here.
Yeah, I'm totally dying so you can see this more.
Yeah, of course. Intended death.
Why am
and
I...
And then oolimry dying now to just show you what failing a demo dash looks like.
Why is this room like harder after the demo? Like, oh my god.
Like,
the demo is actually okay.
Is tough.
The demo is not hard. It's everything else is hard. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yay. Yeah. And then another unique mechanic, we have these things called feathers, which are little blocks that move around. But the big mechanic of this chapter is Madeline's back. And this time she's got a laser and fireballs. And they will hurt if you touch them. So we just don't touch them.
Yeah. You kind of like run into Madeline and then like hug her a bit, and then she'll like retreat backwards. Then you go and hug her even more. Yeah, that's how this boss fight works.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
I'm gonna skip the feather here and
Yo,
use the falling block.
Yeah. We just skip that feather. We don't need it. We use some precise movement instead. Yeah. Basically, you kind of hit Madeline a couple times and she'll move over to the right side of the screen slowly but surely. And yeah, you have to kind of plan around her attacks, making sure not to get hit by them. But it's things that speedrunners have just managed to find ways to get around, like everything else in this run.
Yes, we just finished like the easy part of the Madeline boss fight, so now it's gonna be the hard part. After like this one room.
We have just a one-room reprieve from fighting Madeline, and then it's right back into it. And, here we go fast, which I mean we were already going fast, but why not just go fast? And also here there are these coins you're supposed to collect. We don't collect them. We skip them. Yeah. I will say, even with those mistakes earlier, this is still a very respectable 6B.
Yeah, it's actually going a lot better than I expected. I think the second half is like really good so far.
Okay. This is a really nice second half.
Skip the cycle here.
Yeah, very nice cycle. Because, like lots of other things, Madeline works on a cycle. Like, for example, this room here. I don't think we ever explained these. This is the second last in the run. They're called cassette blocks. There's the song that plays, and they kind of switch on and off to the beat. If that makes sense. Like, there are clicks in the song, and they sync to those.
Yeah.
So they can be kind of awkward to work around, but...
Thankfully, we don't have to deal with them much. Like, we only saw them twice. Like, the first room was like when I just zoomed... When I like completely zoom through like the room, because we don't care about the cassette blocks in that room. And then we'll just see them one more time at the end, which I hope I don't die to.
Yeah, let's hope you don't die to that room.
Okay.
Great, it's time for Summit. This chapter is the finale of the any% speedrun, but even for us, once it's done, we're not out of the woods just yet. There's more to go. But until then, it's time for a very long upwards climb.
Yep.
This chapter has 47 strawberries, so that's a lot.
Yep.
Anyway, oh, okay. This one, you have to line it with a particular pixel, and then the pixel perfectness is kind of reduced in the sense that you just go to a pixel. But it is still very tight. And so oolimry managed to get to that. This chapter has 47 berries that you have to collect, and that's a lot of strawberries. There are a few particularly cool strats in this chapter, but I'll explain them as they come up. Yeah. The one kind of unique mechanic to this chapter is this kind of battling orb that appears in the final room of every section. Where she will boost you, and then at the final one of the room, it'll basically send you upwards into the next checkpoint. And there'll be a little cutscene that you can skip. Which people have managed to find cues for skipping those cutscenes. However,
I don't do that.
They're still very tight, and if you skip them too early, you have to play the entire room again.
Yeah.
So better to be safe than sorry.
Also, I think we haven't mentioned that in Summit you have 2 dashes. So like you can dash twice before you run out of your dash.
That's important.
So you can see that we are moving a lot faster. It's because we have 2 dashes.
Yeah. We have 2 dashes instead of 1. At the end of 6A, there's like a little cutscene, and you get 2 dashes at the end of that chapter. We played the B-side, so we don't get to see that, but we just have 2 dashes now. And we can use that to our advantage, as you can tell. Okay, well, you're dying, so probably not, but...
What do you mean? It's okay to die in this game, okay? You will not listen to the...
Be proud of your death count. The more you die, the more you're learning.
The worst speedrunning advice is to focus on dying less. Subset like what?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Why did I die there?
Oh, okay, that death hurts. That's a painful death. Didn't even know you could die like that. Yeah. Alright.
I think it's okay. I actually do not know like what my time is because my face cam is covering my time, so it's fine. Like I mean when you see it's like I put my zoom face cam on like the top left of the screen, so it's covering the minutes counter, and I have no idea how many minutes this run is so far.
I don't know if you just want to run this timer blind or not.
I will run it timer blind. It's fine.
Yeah. So just, I don't know if the time is used in other speedruns, but the word timer blind basically just means that you can't see the timer. So oolimry, currently because of his face cam, doesn't actually know how long the run has been. Like, he just knows that he's been playing Celeste, and doesn't know how long. So no idea on current pace.
Wait, hold on. I want to collect this berry.
Yeah, please collect the berry, don't die with it. We've already established that dying with berries is not fun. Luckily it hasn't happened though. We haven't had to backtrack for a berry yet. I'm saying yet like it's going to happen, I really hope it doesn't.
There's a new collect thread that was recently found. It's quite cool.
Also, something that definitely helps with the berries in these final, like, quote-unquote orb rooms is the fact that when you enter a checkpoint, you're forced to collect 1 strawberry because of how many frames the animation has you on the ground. So that's just kind of useful for collecting the berries.
Okay, cool strat coming up.
Alright, cool strat coming up.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go back to the right. We can just go through the dust bunnies. That was not like a vertical demo dash or anything like that. Those don't exist. What we do is we are on a precise enough subpixel so we can actually just go through And it's ridiculously tight, but a setup was found for it, and it does look very cool. Yeah, very tight to execute, but very cool to look at.
It's actually like somewhat better than majority of the strats in this run, I think.
True.
Like, it's actually not that bad, surprisingly.
That is a strat that gets consistent, though. So, yeah, some strats do not get consistent.
Yes, like the room upcoming. Like, yeah, okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Wall bounces. People joke that wall bounces are basically just a really hard tech. That's because they are. Okay, no. Basically, what you can do is you can often dash too early on the up dash and you'll bonk the ceiling, or you can go too late and you won't be able to actually wall bounce because you'll be too far right from the wall.
Yes.
Or maybe you'll just dash in the wrong direction.
Yes, this is why you don't play on analog, but like I play on analog, so.
I also play on analog, it's fine.
It's fine.
People often joke that analog is just very prone to misdirects.
It's true.
Eventually you get used to it.
But like sometimes misdirecting actually saves me. Like you don't get enough distance with a right dash, right? But I eat subconsciously upright and then like I actually save myself.
By the way, something cool about that berry we just got, that berry is collected 90% because it's just faster to go that route instead of for the other ones.
Another auto scroller coming up. We're gonna skip it.
Yep. Yep. We're just gonna skip this. We're doing some fairly precise movement through this little section.
Yep.
And there we go, that's auto scroller skip. Because there was a thing called an auto scroller skip which allows you to skip the second half of that room. But then we skip the auto scroller skip, so it's auto scroller skip.
Yeah, it's kinda ass, but okay.
God damn it. Yeah.
Ah, it's fine. Okay, let me try that again. Wait, I think I need to wait longer on the wall.
You might want to reset subpixels, I don't know. I don't know how to do that straight from death.
I mean, Tio taught me. Tio taught me how to do it from there, so it's fine.
Ah, okay. Well, we all know Tio copes though. Okay.
I posted like a backup strat from there.
You're kind of supposed to do that to get up to that berry. Oh my, okay, I haven't seen that demo before.
Yes, okay, so
What you're supposed to do is kind of right the block to the right, I think, and you can go back. However, instead we just kind of don't, because we do a precise setup so that we can just skip the block. Yeah, and that was also the last of the seeded berries in this run. And I believe earlier we hit the final winged berry in the run. So now there are only regular strawberries left to collect, unfortunately.
That's the words of a bingo player, okay? Like, I don't actually care too much about the differences of the berries.
I'm sorry for knowing where this is. Okay. There we go. This path is originally used to get something for the blue heart in this chapter because every checkpoint kind of contains a gem that's hidden that you use to get the blue heart. We use that path, but not for its intended purpose. It's just so that we can get back to the right side faster. We don't actually really care about the blue heart in this chapter because we already have all the ones that we need to go to the core. Also, we didn't skip that to get to the key faster, which that one's dev intended. That one isn't.
Yeah, but like, people just found setups for it anyway. It's like actually pretty not that bad.
It's not as bad as it looks somehow, because of the fact that we just found setups for everything. And so, skips that are intended and skips that aren't intended, both just have setups. And it's honestly insane how good this community is at finding strats, and then setups for those strats. And now on the subject of strats, we have door skip. You're supposed to hit buttons to activate those doors. We don't do that. We skip the doors. That's why it's called door skip. No way.
It doesn't save like 2 years anymore. Because everyone does it now. Like, I think ever since demo dashes became like really common, right? No one like found the strat hard anymore. It used to be like somewhat hard, I think.
Yeah, it used to be really difficult by demos. Yeah. And now we're exiting the sections that are themed after chapters to go into the quote-unquote final, because it's not actually the final section, which is a upwards climb with lots of flags. These flags are basically just checkpoints within a room, because instead of using one room per checkpoint, it just started to put a lot of checkpoints in a room. Call them flags. And also, remember that wind from chapter 4? It's back, but down this time.
I think it's a good thing.
Instead of pushing us either up, instead of pushing us either left or right, it now pushes us down.
It's good. You can do weird things like this. I'm gonna like.
The
Wait,
wind, however, allows you to do things like this.
Wait, let me try.
Not die before getting to it, please.
Yes.
And there we go. So there was that thing back in the ending of QA where it looked like we jumped off spikes and we didn't. That time we actually jumped off spikes because the wind pushed us into them and it didn't check that we were dead until we were able to just jump off of them. So that's funny. We can jump off spikes sometimes. And yeah. So wind can sometimes be a massive hindrance, or it can just help a lot.
Now the wind blows us upwards, which is okay. The first time I heard this at the GTQ, and then like I cannot unhear it. This is just a water level in disguise. Honestly, it's so annoying.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it is
right.
Actually water physics. It's
Oh my god.
really okay. Basically, like you are really floaty, and it's very bad because you need to touch the ground to refresh your dash, and then you don't touch the ground often. So it's like the levels are all like really tough and tight because like you have so much time in the air. It's hard to go fast lah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're making our way through. There are 30 flags. We're now at flag 10. So we're making light work of this. Just going through. And there's also only a few more berries left to collect in the entire speedrun, and one left in this chapter. So the upwind still persists for a little bit, and it should be gone now. And we're back to just regular physics for the conclusion of this chapter, where we go through some spinners. And you can go through those, but the strat is bad, we don't do it.
Yeah, we do it once. We go through the spinners once. Like the pro people go through spinners twice in that room.
You can go through spinners again in that room. The strat's just terrible.
It is terrible. I don't know how anyone tolerates it. I learned it for a few hours.
I don't know either.
I learned it for a few hours and it's so bad.
Yeah. So we go, this is flag 2.
Wait, oh my god.
Flag 1, the final ascent to the summit. A lot harder to do fast than you'd expect. Which I think oolimry is kind of demonstrating here. This is a very difficult section to optimize. But we do get through it eventually, and that is the summit. Only a little bit more of the run to go. Here we have the credits.
You can see all the great people who made this game.
Yeah. The people who made this game are amazing. Shout out to the devs. Everyone did an amazing job on this game. I do genuinely think this is one of, if not my favorite game to date. It's amazing. And there's a reason I've been playing it for the past 5 years.
Okay, let's just skip.
But anyway, who cares about credits anyway?
Yeah.
It's time to make a pie.
Yep. Okay, here actually we can see our death. So
Yeah.
okay, I remember John
65.
donated $1 per can he collected. I am not a working adult at the moment, so I can't donate that much. But I will donate 20 cents per death. So let's just see how much this goes up to by the end of call.
Yeah.
Okay, this chapter.
Yep. Alright. So Core kind of expands a little bit on the 2 dashes mechanic in Summit in a bit of a unique way. Because now, your dashes don't refresh on the ground, and they only refresh once you collect these green refill crystals. which is quite difficult to route around.
Yeah, you need to think very carefully where to conserve your dashes.
Yeah, you have to kind of think of unique ways to use those dashes. And there's a skip coming up, which I think just shows that even with this dash limitation, you can still do crazy things.
Wait, that was kind of close.
Oh my god, okay. So, what happened there? You're supposed to go to the right, turn it into ice because cool works on kind of a fire-ice dynamic.
Yeah, like this.
Where? Yeah. So now we're in ice. And what you're supposed to do is turn it to ice, and that berry is then possible to collect. We do a skip to collect it in fire, which is not what we're supposed to be able to do. It's intended to skip up there and skip to the next section without going to the right. I believe that's intended. But getting the berry while doing the skip, I don't think it's intended.
I doubt so. I mean, it saves like 40-something seconds. It's like a bit insane.
Time. Yeah. And then we just have a nice clean cycle for getting through this room. And only a little bit more of the run to go. One more berry to collect and one more checkpoint, because the run doesn't actually end once we collect the final berry. The run actually ends once we complete the core, because, I don't know, speedrunning rules or something.
It's like probably not kinetic if you just collect the berry and exit.
It's probably easier to time as well.
Yeah.
And also just leads to a, I guess, more quote-unquote satisfying conclusion to the run.
I think it's because like people want to see runners suffer at fast hard. I mean like the hard room.
Hard room can be a bit of a nightmare sometimes.
Wait, okay, I messed up the fast track, I think. But it's okay.
It's fine.
I'm gonna conserve my dashes here.
It's a marathon run, not everything has to be perfect.
Yep, so I'm gonna use my dashes here and... Wait, what? Okay, never mind.
So, oh no. Yeah. Oolimry is conserving dashes in this room because it allows you to do some skips.
I can
That
skip...
just save a little bit of time. So, for example, instead of going to the right and getting your dash, you can just do that. And then we're going to go ahead and pick up the final berry of the run. So, that's 175 out of 175. We just have to finish out this chapter. And then after that, it'll be time. So, before in that previous section, we had lava that was rising. Now we have what's referred to as lava sandwich, or sandwich lava, whatever you want to call it. And the lava shifts up when it's cold, or no, shifts up when it's hot and down when it's cold. So you have to kind of balance that to make sure that it's not too skewed over one to one side. And you can see here, this room is basically kind of a rush against the clock to make sure you don't actually, like the kind of lava doesn't come down too low. Right. And then we have feather room.
It's the third last room, I think. We have the cassette room and then the last room.
Yeah. The set room, this is the like second use of them in the run.
Third. We don't count Rebel's nonsense.
Oh wait, yeah, right. I forgot about that room having cassette blocks. Yeah, there we go. And now we just have to speed through this next final room. Which, with a few ultras and some well-timed dashes,
What?
we can do it. And
Okay.
that should be time.
Yep,
There we go.
that's time. What's the
GG on
time?
the run.
53. Oh, it's at least up 54. Okay, it's pretty good.
Yeah, 53:39.222. Very nice run. Oh hey, would you look at that? We unlocked farewell. We're not doing that though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play farewell.
That's not needed for the run.
Yep. So okay, let's see. 68 deaths. Yeah, it's pretty okay lah. I mean, okay, for most speed running games, right, you might think 68 is a lot, but for Celeste it's actually not a lot at all. Like, cause about 10 plus, like 10 plus is like about intentional, and then the rest are like because you're doing risky stuff, then like you just make mistakes occasionally. When you die, you don't actually lose a lot of time. So yeah.
Celeste has a very nice kind of feedback cycle where it doesn't take very long to respawn after a death, which is very nice because in a difficult game like Celeste, you're going to be dying a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just do some shoutouts. So yeah, first shout out to Dragon who like willingly came here to commentate. I don't know of many people in Singapore who run this game, so thanks to Dragon for like willing to come here and commentate this game.
It was a blast to commentate this run. Thank you for like reaching out to me, saying if I could do this because very fun. First time being on a speedrun marathon as well.
It is fun. And then okay, Juho for for actually organizing this. Actually, I found out from about Juho from like that OGS YouTube video. Oh yeah, if you haven't watched it, please go watch that Our Grandfather Story YouTube video about speedrunning. It's pretty nice. So I found out about this community from here, and it's pretty nice lah. So thanks for organizing this. And of course, shout outs to the dev of Celeste for making this game that I have too many hours into lah. Yeah. Okay, that is it for the run. Thanks and bye bye.
Yeah, the Celeste devs absolutely killed it with this game.